see it. I just uploaded a video and it is the reptilian ships that are in the sky. And I caught their big head in there. I'm not joking. I caught the reptilians in the sky in their ships. I just uploaded it and it was on Saturday. This is only the second time I've seen them. And it's their great big head. And they got their and they got their big jagged teeth. Let me go into the garage and do this. And my mom's getting ready to weed eat. Look at this up here. See, this is not normal either. None of this is normal, you all. None of it. I want you to see, look at this. It's right here. And there's a shadow in the sky following the chemtrail. Let me come right here. I'm going to come in here. I uploaded a short video. This is only the second time I saw the reptilians. The first time I saw them is when I was working my second shift job, and it was in Jeffersonville, Indiana, is where I was working. And they showed up right over the building that I was working. It was just their great big head, and this is true. Hello, Susan B. And they had you could see the reptilian head and their jagged teeth, like it was literally jagged. And I shared a 1-minute video. I mean, it's the screenshots. That's the best I could get at the time. Of course, it was a live photo, but they are, they're up there. And these things are giant. They are gigantic. Just the single head. So could you imagine my head, just my head looking out of a ship? All you saw is my head and my teeth were jagged. That's what it is up there in the sky. I don't know if they've got a body. I don't know if they're just a head at this point, but they look reptile. And it is said that, oh, what did they do? Like the giants on the earth, when the food source ran out, they started eating the humans, is what they did. When there was not enough food for them to feed the giants, they ate the humans. So if you think of Goliath, what if Goliath wasn't who they said Goliath was? What if Goliath was a giant reptilian? He very well could have been. Because if you think of the story Jack and the Beanstalk, fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. He liked to eat humans too. What if these stories of these giants were truly reptilians and they weren't human beings? That's just, because that head of that thing, if I had to guess how big that head was in the sky, one human would be just a little bitty morsel. Just a little bitty morsel. One human would just be maybe, they could probably take a whole handful of them, but its teeth are jagged. And to say there's no such thing as giants, so there are giants. And there were giants, big gigantic skulls. And if you ever seen any of those that were excavated, I got my laptop over there. I want you to look at that 1-minute video that I uploaded. I wanted to be able to put voice with the picture, but with this new phone right here, I can't do it, and I can't find my other iPhone. Hold on a second, right here. Look up there, you all. I want to get a picture of a giant because I think Jack and the Beanstalk was not a regular man. I think Jack and the Beanstalk was a reptilian giant. Just like the fallen angels like literally the fallen angels who came down. I think that, now I think that that's what they were. They were a reptile. Look way up. I want you to look at the video that I did. Oh, oh, yes, I'm good. That's the reason I'm logging on my laptop, so I can talk about them. They just not popped in my mind. My mother's out there weed eating. So I've come in decide here, and when I get on the line, oh, great. Gina, get your cursor going, you all. Hello, Al. Hello, Applebrooks, honey. Hello, Susan B, honey. Reptilians are not nice. They're not nice, and Your shortest cousin in Ohio was 6'7". Oh my gosh. That is kind of tall. I have some tall people on my mom's side of the family and my dad's side of the family. It seems as if, let me see if I can, okay. Well, that's great. I can change that. Oh, look, they've already did it. They've already labeled it. I'm going to turn the lights out, you all. You're going to turn out the lights for the United States of America and the rest of the world is what's going to happen one day. They're going to say lights out. You see me? You see it right there? You see its head? Look at its head right there. Can you see the reptile head? It's you can see its eyes, but this is a massive ship. Look what they did. They wanted to complement my video. They wanted to add something to it. A reptilian humanoid. They're humanoids, or they call them anthropomorphic reptiles, are fictional creatures that appear in folklore. But what happened when they were in folklore? Were they real instead of fictional, just like on The Lord of the Rings? History became legend and legend became myth, remember? They're more or less saying the same thing like this. Let me get this here, you all, because this is what I brought out of my photo. You can see their ship, and you can see its head, and it's got teeth. You can see the jaggedness of its teeth. You can see its eyes. Where there's one, there's more, is what there are. I'm gonna pause this. This is a 1-minute video that I had uploaded. And I'm just saying that the reptilians they got big head and sharp teeth, and Jack and the Beanstalk and all those other giant ones, they see their teeth right there. Look like he's got fangs. He looks like he's got fangs. I don't know if this is a female, but you can see their eye and their nose and their head. They got a great big mouth is what they got. This, you see it? I don't know what type of ships they got, but I did capture a ship that was flying really fast. Look at it. Look, us over here. It look like there's people over there, or humans. I don't know what they wore. Like this right here. It's like that. Well, YouTube is a believer in reptilians also. But the Jack and the Beanstalk, the story of Gallagher, yes. I remember that, watching that on TV, Gallagher. Also, let me do this right here. This is the whole entire sky. I put it in a grayscale. You can see that it was a live photo. It was done. It was from a picture frame. There it is right there. It's right there. See, with the live photos, you can see a lot more in individual frames. You can. Like, I'd like to say it's like great big gigantic spiders, but I don't know what are they doing? He's just poking his head out, is what they are doing. Well, I like little geckos too, but I don't want a great big giant reptilian with razor sharp teeth coming at me. I don't. What is that? You see its head right there? It's there. They don't have a body. They just don't have a body. Al, honey, now we know that some of these reptilians, well, these ones up in the sky, they don't got a body. At least we don't see them. And what's happening down there beneath them? It's like it's another dimension that's came through. It does feel like today is another dimension. It's like big circle windows up there. This is what the whole photo looked like as I was going down through here. It's the Veterans Parkway. This is the ship right here. And there it is right there in the center of it. You can barely see it. Well, let's see what we see with it inverted. Sorry about that. Wow. That looks interesting inverted also. It does. It looks really interesting. This is what it looks like. This is the original photo. This ship right here showed up too. I'm not sure what ship that this, I don't know if this is, look like a boomerang. It could be like one of the ships that come from inside the earth that look like a boomerang right there. But it zipped across the live photo in one of the frames. You can see that's the frame it zipped across right there. Just like that in the live photo that I took. And there it is a little bit higher in the sky. Okay, I'm talking about it. You'll have to go look at the video since it's only 1 minute long. With their great big teeth, they're going to bite you. They're going to eat you up because when the giants, they didn't have enough to feed the giants, they started eating the humans up. And if you look at that reptilian statue that's in, see it? Looks like they probably got another one next to it too. It's right there. It's his head. Just like that. Oops. I don't even know what's going on with this. Yeah. You know, oh my goodness. No, let's do this right here. It's only 1 minute long, you all. There it is. Yes, T-Bone Honey, I did. It's in my phone. So, let me turn the light on now. Let me turn the light on. So let me flip it around to me if I can. I just want to get it regular. So I captured it. I took around 4 or 5 photos because the sky looked really interesting, and that's why I took the photo. It was a live photo. And if I had the app on my phone to where I could turn that live photo into a video and like zoom up with this new technology, as the technology increases, as it keeps whatever mutating, they make it even harder to use the tools that you used to be able to use to enlarge the pictures and talk more about them. They're making it harder to find the evidence that you need to put out there, is what it is. You're welcome. If I had my other phone hooked up to the internet, I could find it. But the fee fi fo fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman. And Gallagher, and Gallagher's Travels or something like that. Is it Gulliver's Travels? Gullible Travels or Gallagher? Let me see. Gallagher, the Giants. Gulliver's Travels. He was a giant. See how big he was right there? He was that big. What if he was a reptilian? They're that big. They had to tie him down. They may not be telling us the truth. Look how small. Look at these people and look at him. And then look at that. They'd just be a little morsel, like a little morsel on him. He could have been a giant reptilian and not a human. I think they're playing games. I think he was Probably a giant reptilian from old is what he was. Giant, how tall were the giant reptilians? Let me flip this around. How tall were the giant reptilians? We know that some of the giants were around 60 feet tall. That's really tall. How tall is a reptilian? A reptilian, let's just call them 60 feet tall. They could even been taller than that. You got tall trees, right? 60 feet tall. A giant reptilian. How do we know that the dinosaurs weren't reptilians? Well, they probably were reptilians. Yeah, I'm trying to adapt to my changing environment. That's what you got to do. You got to make do where you're at and make it work. What is the largest reptilian in the world? Is a crocodile, 23 feet. Now see, I want to say the island, they got a 60-foot snake, a huge reptile with a, let me see. A huge reptile with a 56-foot body, roamed the seas and weighed 40 tons in what is now Nevada. The Komodo dragon. Okay, no. I just want to be giants of old. They're the giants were here, and I'm not going to do it. So the reptilian statue, statue, has been erected. Where we already did a video on that. Look at that. The reptilian overlords. Let me see it. It's right here. This is where they erected it. It's a reptilian statue dedicated to an ancient. And you see how big it is. It's massive. That's why they eat humans. You're their meal. They are the top of the food chain, these reptilians. There's lots of things about them. And he didn't look too pretty. He didn't. Then you've got one that's like intertwined with a something. Is what they are. What on earth? Look at all of these other statues of these reptiles and things of that nature. But if you're just tuning in, he's got something on his mouth. See, that's what I lost my sound. Okay, I got my sound back. Thank you. I got my sound back. They didn't want me to talk. What was the last thing you heard? Did you hear about the, was I out for a while? Yeah. So they are the same, they're up there in the sky and they're gigantic and they got big gigantic ships. So if you see a great big ship and you see a big window and you see a big head in it, well, it's them. They're right there. See, there's a big gigantic head. Because it really does. It matches. It's right here in the center. It matches his head. Right there is what it matches, his big head and his eyes. See, you can even see right here his head's looking out. Right there in the center of the ship. See right there. Right there. They don't, if they don't want to be seen, they're not going to let you see them, but they got bumps on their head too, just like here. Just like that, you can see their bumps. Just like that. Bumps on their head. You got bumps on their head too. You see it? I am going to go. I am going to have to go. I don't know what's going on in the house or anything like that, but I'm going to go. This is a gigantic reptilian head. Their ships are here, and they are giant, and I don't know how tall that statue is right there, but I think it's safe to assume they made that statue as tall as the reptilians are. Let's see how tall is that statue. We have got to visit and see how tall. Oh, they're not going to let me see it because it's on Meta. It's in Peru. I don't know how tall the statue is, but I say that that probably is a pretty good replica of how tall that thing is. See their heads? Does anybody know how tall it is? Because I'm getting really hot in here. It's got a big mouth. And there they are looking out their ship. They're going to come and eat us. Why you say that? Because they eat humans. They're the food source. Yes. You can see them right there. Oh my goodness gracious, you all. This is, yeah. You think they're too tall? What if they are that tall? What if this is how tall they are, Al Honey? This tall right here. Because this could be a demigod. Demigods. They think they're demigods. They really do. Yeah. Yikes, that's right. It is yikes. If you're just tuning in, I've uploaded a video and it looks like there's a big reptilian on it, is what it looks like right there.